That's a demonstration of the foot part. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, I'm asking you to hit the like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment so my video can get the reach that it needs for people to be able to see it. Now today I'm going to talk to you about the rolled up drum kit, and as the name suggests, it's called the roll up drum kit for a reason. Now let's dive right into it. Now this is what it looks like. Alright, so as the name suggests, it can be rolled up, see? So if you're thinking about something that you can take in your suitcase, it's pretty convenient. Now, whereas if you buy some type of drums and you're traveling, it may be a little bit difficult for you to take along with you. So the good thing about this drum is that you can travel with it. Now it comes with several parts, which I will show you. So this is one. It comes with two pedals. It comes with this plug. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can see. So this is a stereo end. It comes with this stereo end plug, I should say, and it comes with two pedals. One is for the hi-hat and one is for the bass drum. What I did in my situation is that I just wrote, like, I don't know if you can see it, I wrote K on mine and H on mine, so I know which one is for the hi-hat. You don't have to do that because you will always find out when you play it. So it comes with the pedals for the hi-hat and for the bass drum. What else? Oh, it comes with a USB port. The USB port that you connect to the drum, which is this part. And the standard, I don't know what they call this, maybe 2.0 USB, I'm not sure, I could be wrong. Right, so that's that. Well, basically those are the only three parts. No, but what you will need would be, if you plan to connect it to your audio interface, and just in case you don't know, this is what an audio interface looks like. Let me zoom in a little bit. So like in my case, this is my audio interface. It's a Focusrite 4i4 audio interface. It comes with two inputs. One mic input right here and an instrument input. You can always use both of them as instrument input. But if you're going to use a microphone, like a condenser microphone, you will have to turn on the phantom power, which is this. Because a condenser microphone, which I will show you in a short while, needs phantom power to work. Now, this is not related to what I'm going to talk about, but seeing that I mentioned it already, this is a condenser microphone. Condenser microphones need phantom power to work. Whereas a dynamic microphone, you just plug it in and you go. But with a condenser microphone, you need phantom power because it picks up the sound from diverse regions. Like for here, the top end, this part gives you more mid-range and this back part gives you more bass. Some microphones don't come with all of these parts, but That's not related to the video. Let's get into it. Now, if you plan on connecting this device to your audio interface, you're going to need an instrument cable. Like in my sense, my instrument cable might be about I'm not sure what I say is. This is about 1.5 meters long, 1.5 meter. My instrument cable is about 1.5 meters long. I would recommend that you do not get anything less than this. So this is the part that you would connect to the back of the drum device that I purchased, and this is the part that will be plugged into your interface. I will show you that shortly. Now, I wish to point out that these parts does not come with the purchase of the roll-up drum kit. Now, this is a smaller one, of course. I would not recommend that you buy this. This is perhaps if you're playing like music from your phone and you have I think they call this RTS to instrument line or something like that. This would not be recommended. It's just too short, and you may not have enough space to plug to your interface. All right, so I'm going to move over to demonstrating how you set it up and how you play it. So come with me. Okay, so welcome back. We're now going to move over to the next section of the video, the different parts. As indicated, it can be rolled up. It's made from rubber, and it comes with several inputs. As you can see, the names are very, very clear. This part is for the foot pedal, which consists of the hi-hat and the bass drum pedal. This part is for your headphone, which you can plug into your audio interface, or if you have speakers. And this part, I'm not sure what that is. I can hardly see it. So now let's go ahead and connect them. So remember my instrument cable, which I told you about. It does not have the standard mono to mono end. This is a stereo end. I think they call it RTS. You plug it into this part. Then I plug this part into my interface. And word of advice, when you're going to play it on your interface, whatever input you put it on, I would recommend that you turn down that input to a very low level, because this thing, you don't want to be sending too many decibels or too many frequencies, too much frequency inside of the interface. Now let's get over to the USB part. It's pretty straightforward to set up, As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, easy. So now I plug this part right into here. Now, as it relates to this USB part, this is how power is going to reach into this. Now you have the choice of plugging this USB part into your computer or your dongle, or you can plug it into like one of those USB adapters, if you have one, to get electricity. All right, in my case, I'm going to plug it into my dongle. And right away, you see the light came on. See that? Right, good. The next thing I'm going to do now is to connect the pedal, the kick. Right? And of course, the pedal is going to go right here. Now, because you do not want this wire to interfere with your play, you would want to put it like under right here. And because I already labeled the parts kick and hi-hat, when you're playing the drum set, the kick is going to be on the right of your side, you the player, from the version of you the player, and the hi-hat is going to be left from the version of you the player. Now, I totally forget about something. I just totally forget. Now, we have a drumstick. It comes with a drumstick. It's a little bit smaller than the regular drumsticks that you usually purchase, but I guess if you have the regular drumsticks, it can work as well. Perhaps it may be even better because it may give you a farther reach. Now, let's talk about the parts. So I am guessing that part of the reason why you're watching this video is because you can already play the drum set. But let's say you do not know anything about the drum set. The names are already listed on the instrument. So you have the open and the closed hi-hat. Of course, the closed hi-hat is when you depress the hi-hat pedal, which is the one that is on the left side from the version of you, the player. See? Close, open. Then you have snare. You have crash. Usually we have only one crash on the drum, which is on the left side, but this one comes with two crash. And then again, you know, there are some drummers that have a lot of like crash. You have something that they call the savior and splash, and so many different parts like these around the drum. But a standard drum set comes with usually like a 5-piece. Basically the snare, the bass drum, the toms, the hi-hat, and the crash. Alright, so the next thing, I'm going to change my seat. So you want to be sitting on something a little bit more comfortable, whereas in my case, I'm sitting on an office chair, so I'm going to move over to a, what do you call that type of chair? I'm going to sit on a stool rather than this office chair. So I'll come back to you shortly. Now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. I'm sitting on a stool and I'm ready to play for you. So now I'm going to play some rhythms on this drum kit. So now a few reminders. Please remember to turn down the input on your audio interface and turn up the output, because you don't want to be sending too much of this signal. You don't want it to damage your audio interface. Alright, so I'm going to play a rhythm in Jamaica that they call mento. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of this. Maybe I'm going to turn up the interface a little bit more, just to see. See? So that's your Jamaican calypso. So it sounds pretty much... See? Sounds pretty okay. Pretty fine. Now, one of the limitations about this thing to me is because I'm sitting down and playing it on a flat surface, it's not necessarily the best, because sometimes you're playing, the sticks may interfere with each other. So maybe you may want to have something to ice it up like that. Maybe like a pillow or something, you know, but yeah, I don't have that right now. It's in the room, but I'm not going to go to that right now. So I'm going to try like something like this. Very popular beat, like a pop beat. You know that beat? So you still get the same essence as if you're playing a real drum. But there are two limitations in my view. There's no rim shot. So this is the snare. So the rim shot is when you put the stick sideways and you hit the metal part of the drum like that. You don't get any of that. In terms of roll, you may not necessarily get the best roll, or to get that roll with the, what do you call that thing under the drum set? That zinging thing. Zzz. You're not going to get that. So those are the two limitations of playing this to me. All right, let's play some funk. See what I'm playing? This is interfering with that. Let me see if I can try to ice it up or something like that. Let me see if I can try to ice it up a little bit. Let's see if that makes it a little better. It might work as well as maybe not, because these parts. Let's see if I can try again. Let's see if it's gonna work. I'm not sure if it will work, but let's see. What is it again? feeling a little bit far. It feels a little far from. I feel a little bit far from it, so I'm not getting the best sound I can get. So you still can, what I like about this thing, to be honest, is like a lot of times as producers we're recording and we are recording, but we have to be using samples, and sometimes having a live drum set is sometimes better than samples. Let's try a little punk. So you see, one of the disadvantages of this now is that it's when I'm playing, it's moving. So it's best to have it flat, but you may have a little bit of clashing of sticks, so that's a downside to this. When it's like this, it's not moving because it's rubber, so it's firm, Alright, let me see if I can try again. I feel like I'm a little bit far from the drum, but I don't want to be too close at the same time. I maybe have to widen my legs a little bit more. Let me try that and see. Let me try again. See, so it works, but it's just too low for me. It needs to be higher. Maybe standing and playing on a higher, maybe standing and playing and having this place on a higher surface may be much better than what I'm doing right now. What about some jazz? When you play jazz, it consists of the hi-hat, which comes in on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, comes in on 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So you see that? I wasn't getting some of the hi-hat because of all the pedal is. So it's really, I wasn't getting the hi-hat. With it. So you gotta play, you gotta make sure you're listening, because it's like I'm playing and I was hearing something. I'm gonna boost the gain a little bit, the input gain. So that's the swing. So giving you a chance to kind of hear different rhythms being played on this. Let's try some 6/8. See that 6/8? Yeah. Let's do it one more time. See? When I'm playing, the sticks are clashing, so it's interfering with my ability to play well. What about like church, like what you call it, bluegrass? Yeah, so you can get something, but as I said before, this interference, you see, because when you're playing the standard drum set, of course, as you can see in the picture, the hi-hat is going to be above the level of the snare, so the sticks won't clash. Yeah, this is my problem with this thing. The clashing of the sticks. Pop ballad. about maybe like a dance beat? Something like that works. What about like, what else can I think about right now? Something like, I don't want to say bossa nova. Let me try bossa. Well, I can't play bossa nova because of this. I'm just not used to doing bossa nova with snare. See, I'm getting carried away. Look at it. Oh, I can't play it so good. I'm just getting confused because I'm used to doing my putting my hand across. All right, so basically that's it for this device. You know, let's just say you don't want to invest in a drum set in your house. You may not have enough space, because like for me, I'm using basically a little small bedroom as my music studio. You may not have enough space to buy a drum set. This is something that you could purchase, and this cost me like how much did it cost? It cost me 180 yuan, and let's just say yuan is like 20 Jamaican dollars, so that's less than 4,000 Jamaican dollars. It's actually a good buy. Now there was one that they were selling me that I could get it for twice as much. It's you can't really travel that in your suitcase. Well, you can, but it will be inside a suitcase that is of a certain size. So it shapes like this, but it's more up and you know. So the thing is that if you notice when I'm playing, this can be like disturbing to people inside your house. But the good thing is that if you're recording music, it's not going to capture the sound that's coming from knocking on that. It's going to capture the sound that goes inside the audio interface. One final thing I feel I need to show you is like the movement of the pedal in play. So stick and wait for that a little bit. Seem to get the foot part right. It just feels so far. That's a demonstration of the foot part. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So today I spoke about the roll up drum kit, and of course, as the name suggests, it can be rolled up. I think it's actually a good resource to have if you are into the music production business and you do not want to have to invest in a large 5-piece drum set, or maybe you do not have enough space to put a drum set or money. It's a way of avoiding all of that hassle. Now, the limitations to using that you should consider in purchasing this instrument is that you do not get any rim shot. That little sound is what we call a rim shot. Or if you're playing bossa nova, you know, that little sound, you can't get it on with using this instrument. So that's something that you should think about. So I hope you like this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.